Hello everyone, this is Muntasir from Acuario and this is my tank. The condition of the tank is currently not very good. I haven't been able to take care of it properly in recent times as I was having some hard time with my work and all. But today I think I will be able to manage some time to clean the tank, do some water changes, etc. Now that's not the point. The point of today's video is TDS. So if you have a shrimp tank, then you should know what TDS is, how to control it, and everything about it, because TDS can affect your shrimp's health lifespan a lot. Okay, now what is TDS? TDS stands for totally dissolved solids. So it actually means how much solid is actually dissolved in your tank water. Okay, and we typically measure it in ppm, that is parts per million, or you can also say it as milligram per liter. So if I say the TDS in my tank water is like 100 ppm, then it means there is 100 milligram dissolved solid in 1 liter of this tank's water. Okay, I hope I have been able to clearly convey the TDS definition. Now, you might know about GH and KH. So GH is actually means general hardness of the aquarium water, and it measures the dissolved calcium and magnesium and other ions in the water. Also, KH means carbonate hardness. It actually measures carbonate and bicarbonate dissolved in the water. So when we measure TDS, we are measuring all the dissolved solids. It also includes GH and KH when you are measuring TDS. Okay, so TDS is equal to GH plus KH plus all other dissolved solids in your tank's water. Okay, so I hope you have got a clear idea of the TDS now. Now, for most shrimps, an ideal range of TDS is about 150 to 250 ppm. Okay, this is the ideal range. When the TDS is not in the ideal range, it can affect your shrimp's health. So if the TDS is higher, too much higher, or too low, then it mainly affects how your shrimp molds. So as you know, shrimp molds in order to grow, so they leave their old exoskeleton or their old shell behind and then grow a new shell. Okay, it's kind of like changing dress. So they change their dress and form a new dress. Now this process is very important, a very important crucial physiological aspect for shrimps, and it is very sensitive process, and the TDS will actually affect this process a lot. If the TDS is too high or too low, then the shrimp will not be able to mold successfully, and one of the most common deaths for shrimps is unsuccessful molting. That's why keeping your TDS in check is very important. Okay, now how will you measure the TDS in your tank water? So there are lots of ways, there are lots of measurement type of thing that will actually tell what is the TDS in your tank water. There are TDS meters, TDS pen. If you get something like freshwater master test kit, I think there is also a way to measure the TDS. So you can buy any of those stuff. They are pretty inexpensive, so you can actually see what is the TDS in your aquarium water. Now, if the TDS is too high, what are the ways to lower it down? There are some ways. The first way is to change your water. When you change your water, you replace it with new water, and as a result the TDS will go down, because the new water will likely to have a lower TDS in it. Okay, TDS tends to get higher as the fish poop in the water, you constantly feed the fish, and all of these things will result in increasing dissolved solids. So when you replace the old water with new water, you are actually lowering the TDS. Okay, you can also use reverse osmosized water or ionized water or rainwater in your tank water, because those kinds of water don't have that much TDS in them, they are very acidic water, so those can also reduce the TDS down. Okay. And some other ways is to, if your TDS is constantly getting higher than the ideal range, then you can lower down your feeding schedule. So if you have been feeding every day, then just feed every other day. Or if you're feeding twice a day, then just stick to feeding once a day. Okay. That will also result in lowering down the TDS in your tank. Now, if the TDS is too low, what will you do? Too much low TDS is also not good. Okay, so if the TDS is too low, then you can add shrimp mineral salt in the tank water. It's actually a salt that is formulated for shrimps. You will find this thing in Amazon, and it will increase the TDS. It will increase the dissolved salt in the water, and the TDS will get up to the ideal range. So these are also, you can increase the feeding a bit. That will also result in a higher TDS. Also, you can change the water in a less frequent schedule. That will also increase the TDS. So these are some of the ways to control the TDS in your tank. Okay, so the point of today's video is, not many of us actually know about TDS, but we should try to know more about this technical stuff, because it will enable us to take better care of our shrimps and our fish habitats. Okay, so I hope the concept of TDS is clear to you. Now it's your job to get a TDS meter, measure the TDS of your shrimp tank, and if everything looks alright, everything is within the range of 150 to 250 ppm, then you are good, right? But if the range is not in the ideal range, then do some follow appropriate advices, do some appropriate actions to keep the TDS in the right range. So that's it for today's video. If you have any more question on the TDS, then let me know in the comment below. I will try to answer, and take care. Bye.